Then we're shooting live from Venue Tower right here. I'm going to share it out here on my Facebook. Excuse us, we're getting set up here for the first Lawn Doctor Live with official audio and video. We got my boy Chris Ake in the house. Go follow him at Chris Ake. Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram. Those are usually the
How about
primary.
Snapchat? Do you use Snapchat?
Pretty much just Chris_Ake. Yeah.
Chris_Ake everywhere.
My last name's unique enough where if you just type in Chris Ake, you could probably find it.
Dude, I love that.
I was going to do the same thing, share it.
Yeah, we got to share this out. Share it out to your family. Share it out to your friends.
There we go. This is like Inception. I could see myself on the phone, on the screen.
Dude, but you know what the scary thing is? You got to watch out for feedback. Because that feedback will get you. Like the feedback coming from the speakers back in through the microphone, back out to the interwebs, and back out to the world. I mean, that the feedback is what kills you. But, man, I am just so excited, dude, to have you. I was looking forward to this. It took me a long time to get this audio set up in the video and get everything set up. Let me cut this music. It took me a long time to get this set up, and I was really looking forward to it. And I was thinking, dude, who would be my perfect first guest to have on the show? And today we have Chris Ake with Grand Apps, Grand Social, Grand Websites. I mean, you guys do just about everything, right? So what do you guys do? Who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, so we started Grand Apps back in 2011. Started with apps, right? But essentially we're a full digital agency, websites, social media marketing. We own a video company too, and yeah, it's been a long, fun journey. Actually, we're going through I was gonna say a rebrand, but I'll save that for later.
I mean, where did it start? You know, was it back in Detroit? I mean, where did it all start? Where did Chris Ake come from? How did you end up in Grand Rapids? And like, how did you get in this seat right now? I mean, where'd you come from?
So, how long's the show?
We can go.
I
as long as we
go
want.
way back. No, I mean, born and raised in Detroit. You know, just kind of lower middle class. My dad was a contractor, but he wasn't ever like pushing me to be like an entrepreneur.
Right.
Like, he just kind of owned his business. My mom worked in a bunch of different like factories, minimum wage worker, just kind of barely skating by. Came out to college here in West Michigan, and I kind of fell in love with entrepreneurship my senior year. I met Jake. He was my first partner in Grand Apps.
Jake Canfield.
Canfield,
right?
Canfield, yeah.
Canfield.
He actually,
okay.
shout out to him, he just sold a business, moved to Florida.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's very big. It's actually very tough to actually build, scale, grow a business and actually sell it and find somebody interested in actually buying that business.
Right.
That's a very tough thing. And yeah, so we started Grand Apps my senior year of college out of his basement from his chiropractic clinic. And it was probably the most challenging thing. I was just talking to that guy I just met with. I just had a 10:30, and I was kind of talking to him. I was like, there's times where I was sitting in my car literally asking myself, why am I doing this? Like, why don't I just go get a job? Like, why am I putting myself through hell, right? Like, what's the outcome?
Right. Well, like, what's it all for? I mean, you put in all these long hours. There's all this uncertainty. You don't know if it's going to work out. However, you are definitely in the right space. I know you were talking about this morning. I went over and did a little sales training for Chris's company over there, helping out with some sales stuff. And this is like the new frontier, right? This is like Christopher Columbus just discovering
no pun intended
the United States, right? Oh yeah, no pun intended. got Chris Ake in the house at Chris Ake at Chris_Ake, as you can see below. Go follow him. Blow up his Instagram. Blow up his Facebook. He can help you out. But yeah, we were talking about that this morning. You know, it's like the new frontier. Like, everybody needs this digital help, and I see it all the time with businesses. Like, they're not as tech savvy as we are, and we're a freaking lawn care company. I mean, if we can get the tech and stuff right, that just means that there's a lack of effort or a lack of knowledge, and you can help with both of that, right, with the Grand Apps.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're probably in the frontier, in the forefront of digital, and I would say utilizing social media like you are. I would say about 80% of the businesses out there probably are not doing that, and a lot of them just simply don't get it. they just like they don't understand content. They don't understand Facebook. Like even people like in our circles who we know, right, within our businesses, like they just don't understand content either. Like they don't understand like the actual impact of it. So I think it's a huge space. For us, we started with just apps. We kind of evolved with websites, social media marketing, and I mean, really, we're problem solvers. And that's how I describe my business is if you own a business and you have a challenge, how can we solve that challenge? And what are the best tools out there that we could solve that with? Right.
And you fix those problems for people with your what type of products? I mean, do you use to do that? I know that your name is Grand Apps, right?
Yeah.
But beyond that, I mean, what can people do to, go and dominate their competition in this new frontier? Hey, folks, we got Masha Christine in the house, at Masha Christine, the best lash artist in Grand Rapids, Siren and Proper. Please go follow her.
You come say hi?
You got to come say hi to the people. Okay. Well, go follow her. You can see her beautiful work, her beautiful lash work. If you have a significant other and you're not getting lashes for her, you definitely need to because they're beautiful. They're like fake lashes. I didn't even know they existed until I met her. All right, and she changed my life. But
she
now
optimizes the real potential of your lashes.
Oh,
is that the sales pitch? Yes. The optimization of beauty.
See, we make lawns green, thick, healthy, and weed-free, and she makes lashes.
I do all the branding and marketing.
Lush, and long. So if your girl needs thick, long, lush lashes, go follow Masha Christine. Hit her up, and she can help you out with lashes. But back to the social media aspects. I mean, so you do apps, you do websites, you do social. Tell me about the video deal that you guys just broke. Because, I mean, video is huge. I mean, people watching the stream, by the way, if you're watching the stream, please like and share the stream. We'd really appreciate it. But video is the new TV. It's the new radio, right? Everybody's walking around with their phones in their pockets. Like,
well, I want to go a little deeper with that, though. Like story. So if anybody's watching this and they get one thing from this, I want to make a certain point here. So you're in business, right?
Right.
You have a lot of ups and downs, right? I mean, is that accurate?
Well, dude, I mean, we're a seasonal business. I mean, so yeah, there are there's
a lot of
ups and downs in our business, right?
But let's not even talk about seasonal. Let's talk about you have your ups and downs, but then let's not you just get punched in the face. Even during your busy time, that happens, right?
Right. I mean, yeah, our phone system shut down this year. Shout out to Rachel Ruiz and the 8 West team. Beautiful, wonderful job with the the feature you guys did for us. It worked tremendously. It actually broke our phone system. We had to get Comcast out and repair that. It was so good for us. So shout out to the 8 West team and Rachel. You did a fantastic job. But I'm sorry I cut you off there.
Yeah, so I was going to say with that, though, so the whole video thing and kind of what I'm getting to was we just hired a brand new girl to do video and kind of lead up that division within Grand Apps.
Right.
So I didn't know this, but at the same time, she was interviewing with another company, which was her dream job. So she didn't tell us this, and she just didn't think she's going to get a call back, right? I have no hard feelings. Like, it's your dream job. You want to do it. But essentially what happened was 2 weeks within working at Grand Apps, she got that call back, and she said, hey, they just offered me this position.
Right.
I really want to take it. For me, I never want to crush dreams or try to resell people. It's like, listen, if you want to go, you got to go.
And you get it. I mean, you're an entrepreneur. You got your own thing going. I mean, you can understand somebody.
I got practice what I preach, right?
Right.
I can't go against it. So I let her go. She moved to her dream job. It was awesome. The problem was we had no video solution lined up. Literally nothing. So we had an intern at the top of the year who was doing video for us. I reached out to him. And I said, hey, Michael, are you willing to do the video contract work that we agreed to? And he said, yes. So he shoots me a text back probably 2 hours later. He says, check your email. And by this time, I'm actually getting super annoyed because I thought he was going to ask for more money. But he proposed that John and myself, my other partner, we become partners of that business.
Right.
So and I was a little upset because it's like, we have no way to do video. What do we do? Where do we go? We have clients who need video. And then just kind of using creativity, right, that opportunity present itself. So we started that video company. So, I mean, I could have complained all day, right? I could just be like, oh, boo-hoo me. This sucks. You know, our video girl left. What are we going to do? Right. But I was like, I'm just going to go out and reach out to my connections and make something happen. And like in one of the bad moments, actually something really good came out of that. So my encouragement is if something really bad is happening in your life and in your business or wherever, like just try to open your mind up to asking yourself, why is this happening? And don't take offense to it. And then try to find a solution because there's probably more opportunities within that solution. Right.
Like, I mean, you can either look at like a problem or use that problem and turn it into an opportunity. And clearly, I mean, you took that issue that most people have been like, you know, pissed off about their employee leaving, right? You're pouring resources into them, you're pouring money into them, and then they leave you.
Time to train. People don't realize that, like, to find someone, to train someone, to change it, like, that's a lot of time.
And then to get them to produce. I mean, we were talking about this morning with the sales. I mean, like you're pouring all these time and resources into somebody, and you're just hoping that they pan out, you know. And now they walk away from you, but you flipped it, right? So now you got Grand Video, right? You struck a partnership with them, and that you provide video services to businesses. And I see this all. We were just in a restaurant last night, and then I was asking the bartender. I was like, "Hey, who does your video content?" She's like, "Our social sucks." And I'm like, well, you shouldn't have shitty social, first of all. You're a restaurant. Have you ever heard of Instagram? Okay. You should be DMing all the Instagram. Like, who's doing your social? Like, well, I think Carol did it, and Carol got fired last week. Oh, okay. Well, nobody's doing your social, right? So you should probably get somebody on that.
Well, actually, a lot of people do that. The biggest thing that I found within our realm, like especially like the smaller businesses, they all have an employee doing it.
Right.
They have a kitchen cook doing it. Worst idea. And I tell them the same, and I'm happy you agree with that. I'm like, guys, listen, you are literally going to have an employee do this. That's not their specialty. You're taking away their time. It just doesn't make any sense. But to them, they're like, oh, I'm saving money. We're getting it kind of done. It's like, you're not optimizing it, and you're just losing a ton of time. They're making
a half-ass attempt at doing something.
So extra stuff.
Really, it just makes them look bad because you go on their page, and they have a post from like July 1st and then like July 31st, and there's a 30-day gap in there of social media activity, and then it makes me think as a consumer, well, I mean, they're clearly not ambitious
out of business
enough, or out of business. They're not taking on customers. They're so busy. I don't want any more business. But that's why I love talking with you and your company and having these conversations with you around social, is because I'm a huge proponent of it. I've seen it work in our own business. You know, people see these videos. They're going to see this video. I'm like, dude, you're the dude. I want them to say, dude, you're the dude shooting that video in the venue tower above the city, overlooking the city. We got 131 in the background.
We got to put some ad spend behind it then.
Dude, by the way, if
$1,000 we're going to get in front of everybody stand up.
I think we just found our first sponsor of the show, Grand Apps. We'll have to talk about that after the show. But, you know, on that note, we got 131 in the background. And on that note, if you're looking to sponsor this show gets about 2,000 to 3,000 views of very plugged-in people here in Grand Rapids, 2,000 to 3,000 views, and then even more views beyond, the initial live airing. So, but social's huge, man, and that's one thing that we try to leverage in our business is when you call our company, we communicate with you however you want to be communicated. You know, we still got old Sally. She's like, can you hang a bill on my door? And I'm like, yes, we can.
Facts.
I'm not going to turn away money, but here's the thing. If you want to talk with us via Facebook Messenger, Facebook message us. If you want to talk with us via text message, do it via text message. You know, we are going to communicate with you exactly how you want to be communicated with. I'm even trying to figure out, how we can be bilingual on the phones too eventually. I feel like it's a huge market we need to tap into.
Google Translate.
Dude, have you seen they got the Google earphones now, right? You put them in and it translates the language real time.
I was actually talking to somebody about that. I said that was out there, and like, that's not out there. I'm like, yes, it is. Like, it has to be out there. I was like, why would it not be out there?
I need that. I need that badly. Shout out to the Grand Rapids Drive. Their home openers tonight. Shout out to number 33, Derek Willis. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a great game tonight. Played at University of Kentucky.
I was like, did he get hurt?
No, he actually, I think he got not drafted. He got signed by the Pistons. He's playing here in Grand Rapids for the Drive. He claims his favorite player is LeBron or Kevin Durant. Great.
Who's your favorite player?
Dude, I wish I had a favorite basketball player. I really don't follow basketball that much. However,
who's your favorite entrepreneur? I know you follow that.
Ooh, my favorite entrepreneur. You know what I really respect are the people that create something out of nothing. Literally, our first generation.
Yeah.
They went out, they bootstrapped it, they knocked on doors, they did freaking live streams. They're doing all of the stuff, and it's all self-made. So I guess the people that I really follow would obviously be Grant Cardone. I'm a huge Grant Cardone fan. Shout out to the 10X Nation. Got the wristband on. I have it says whatever it takes, because that's what we do for our customers. We do whatever it takes. You know, I always tell my guys, I say, listen, we do whatever it takes for our customers because nobody else does anything for them.
Yeah.
Everything. You know what? I never want to say no to people. I only want to say yes. I want to. You know what, sir? We don't offer that service, but I'm going to connect you with Chris. He can take care of that service for you. I hate saying no to our customers because there's too many people perpetuating average and mediocrity when it comes to service-based businesses. So I want to say yes. You know, I want to say yes to everything. So Grant Cardone is a big, mentor of mine. I follow his content very heavily. Let's see here. I do follow Gary Vee. I really respect his theses on marketing and first,
He was still first generation, but they had a business, right?
He's first generation. I follow his story pretty closely because, I grew my family's business, right?
Yeah.
I know we have a great team, by the way, and my family really helped grow the business as well, but I'm the one that kind of led the sales efforts out there. I was on the field. I was slaying dragons. So, I really relate to Gary Vee's and how he grew his company. So those types of people that are the grinders, the hustlers, I'm starting to read. I do read Carnegie and Napoleon Hill. I used to hate reading books, actually.
I do too. I like to listen to audiobooks.
Me too. I'm big on the audio, big on the video. I always hated school, and I think it's because I was on the wrong content. I might not have the best English or grammar or whatever, but I can tell you what, I can blow up revenue of a business. I can go find money in your business that's just sitting on the table and grow it exponentially overnight, dude.
That's why I wanted you to come in.
There's just money sitting there on the table, and I don't know if this is a lawn care thing or what, or nobody else has discovered this. But there's these three avenues, right? And this might be a takeaway from the show is there's three things we do in the lawn care space, and this is where we go mine money from, okay? And if you're in the lawn care industry, shout out to all my lawn care green industry people. If you're in the lawn care industry, you know about these three things, or you should, and if you don't, you probably should start knowing about it. The first place you go to get money is your current customers. You go to your current customers, and here's the thing. You can't have one product to sell them. If you're just doing lawn mowing, that's a problem. If you're just doing freaking carpet cleaning, that's a problem. You got to have multiple products. So you go back to your current customers and say, hey, you know what? We're doing a killer job on your lawn. Your lawn looks awesome. But by the way, we do mosquito control as well. When's the last time you got bit by a mosquito, right? When's the last time? West Nile. Freaking Zika. It's nasty out there. You got to go out there with a freaking a fly suit on just to stay away from it, okay? But you got to have multiple products. So the first place you go, and these are the three takeaways I guess that I want to give to somebody, or a business owner or anybody, pursuing sales or business or anything like that, would be the current customers. It's your best place to find that new revenue.
Yeah.
Actually, it's new money based off old money.
Right.
Because they're your current customers. They already bought from you. They already trust you. Second would be, in our business, is canceled customers. So you might think this is a little bit weird with canceled customers, but, they already know you. You're already out of obscurity, and they're 50% more likely to buy from you than somebody who knows you completely cold.
Yeah.
So that's
what relationship built up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the third would be pitch not sold, okay? People that we've pitched, we've given quotes to, but they haven't signed up yet. So we always attack those three avenues first before we ever start going to look for new money and new revenue in our business. And a lot of people, I feel like, it's not that they overlook it, but maybe, like you said, you guys were too busy with growth, right?
I think for us, like one of our biggest flaws is being transparent is exactly what you said. Like for us, it's like we really, really focus on new growth, new clients, new opportunity. So it's one of those things that can easily be overlooked, and I think that we have overlooked that. And two, like as you grow, like where are you storing everything, right? Where are you tracking it? What's your list? Like, I mean, you just have to be super organized with it. So that's definitely something that we've overlooked, and it's kind of like I heard you talk this morning. I'm thinking like, who's gonna call? How are we setting it up? Right? Where do we like?
Right. It's got to be intentional. Like if somebody's not tracking it, then it's just not going to get done. Yeah. And more importantly, you got to have somebody coming in every day. And this is one thing I think too is, and nobody's perfect with it, but somebody setting targets for people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like setting a goal, setting intentions. Just like when we get lawn care customers, we say, hey, listen, you know what? Your lawn didn't get looking like crap overnight, and it's not going to change overnight. A lawn is just like a body. The better you take care of it, the better it will look. If you put good things into it, that you'll get good things out. So we set that intention clear up front that, hey, like, listen, this is going to be a process. It's going to take time to get your lawn looking good. So you got to have the right expectations up front. Yeah. But if there's no expectations, what happens? It's just like...
Yeah, I think one thing we learned too, we've been around for going on 6 years now. Right. So we're a newer business. One thing that was really challenging for us was like setting targets and managing those targets and maintaining with it, because for us, like, it's just me and my operating partner, we're just like grow, go. And there's like, you're trying to sail to America without a map.
Right.
Like as detailed as you can, and then try to execute on that. And we fell short of that, but it's like, it's okay because like we've grown it and got lucky by like growing it, right? Just through hard work. But it's like you said, that one word, calculated.
Right. You
got to be a little more calculated.
And tracked. Everything's calculated and tracked and measurable, and everybody's accountable for certain things. If you're watching the stream, we got 10 people on the stream right now. Please like and share the stream. We'd really appreciate it. Sharing it out to people that you follow. If you could share this out to the people that you know, we'd really appreciate it. So please like and share the stream. If you hate what you're watching and listening to, comment.
Share it anyways, and say how much you hate it.
Yeah, if you don't like the content, please post in comments. And if you do like the content or you have any questions for me or Chris, please drop it in comments. We are shooting live today from Venue Tower. This is kind of a new spin on the video podcast deal.
Are you doing podcasts too?
Well, here's what we're going to do.
Are you going to rip it and then put it into a...
Here's what we're going to do. I'm gonna download the video from Facebook after the live stream's done, edit it up, download the audio file, put the audio file on iTunes, and then put the video, the pre-recorded video on YouTube. So we're distributing it across all platforms.
Then you should break it up in like little 30 chunks. Segments, and then put on Instagram.
Like with the bombs? The bombs that were dropped?
Do like... So like what we did... and like with the content that we're running is like we take that, do the same thing, put on YouTube, put on Facebook, embed it, boost it. Then we'd also take it and we'd reformat the video and we'd make it into Instagram stories, post it up there, and then make little clips of previews, little squared clips, and then put that into Instagram. It's like four different channels.
And Instagram's huge. For your business, right? You guys probably do really well on Instagram.
Yeah. Well, so our company page, not so much, because there's not too much attention to it. But for me personally, I don't have too many followers on it. I've been a little inconsistent with my content, but I think right now Instagram has very high engagement, because I'll look on Facebook and then I'll look on Instagram. You can have the same post on Facebook and Instagram. Usually Instagram has a little more like likes and shares, the comments. But then I think that you could engage better as far as advertiser platform on Facebook, because it's a little more robust, right? And you could have link style posts, whereas Instagram's not too link friendly, right? Unless you hit a certain level. You see them swipe up. Right. You have to hit like 10,000, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And then like you get verified, then you swipe up, and then, but you can't get those average
I got to get that verification, because that is so cool when the business pages are able to say, hey, swipe up, and you can link right in the stories.
Right. Yep.
So with you being a social agency, I'm sure a lot of people want to know out there. What are your thoughts? To me, you're the leading authority in social and website and video.
I think you're the leading authority in Based on what I see here, I think Kendall's the leading authority in social.
We do have a pretty cool setup. Just wait till for the tax man, we're filming from Venue Tower here. Okay?
Just so it's noted,
all 600, 700 square feet will be written off.
So it's noted. Yeah.
We shoot content here every day.
Absolutely.
Fritz Ball's in the house. Thank you for joining the stream. Rich Fridley's in the house. Thank you for joining us, my man, my sprinkler, Sanderson DeHaan Lawn Sprinkling. Hope you're doing well. Great guy. So back to that point I'm trying to make on Snapchat. What are your thoughts on Snapchat? I don't use Snapchat. I never bought into it.
I bought into it heavily, and I think it's like almost niche now, like a niche group of people who like it, who are used to it, are still on it. I mean, here's my challenge. It's the same thing with Periscope, Meerkat. You remember those?
That was before my time.
Okay, so
on content.
So in content, this is what happened. So you had Facebook, you had Instagram coming up. Snapchat wasn't around. You had, it might have been around. Actually, I think it was around, but it was a little like under the radar. You had Meerkat and Periscope. Meerkat and Periscope were mobile apps that were social media platforms where you could stream live. It blows your mind now, right? Because Facebook were live.
But that's everything.
But that was before. So what happened was Periscope sold to Twitter. Meerkat got axed, I believe. And as soon as Facebook launched live, they crushed Periscope and Meerkat. Grant Cardone, he was on both. Grant Cardone was the top Meerkat social influencer going live all the time, right? He was on Periscope. He'd have two phones, Periscope and Meerkat, and do both of them. Now, here's the problem. The problem was you'd have to take your 5,000 friends on Facebook, tell them to go follow you on Meerkat or Periscope, whichever one you pick. Once you do that, you lose engagement, right? And those other platforms, there's no way where you could easily find and add somebody. Meaning, Facebook, you could scroll through and it says suggested friends, add this friend, add this friend. Snapchat doesn't have that. You have to actually find that person, right? Or suggest with your contacts. So it's hard to take somebody from here, move them to there with little incentive. Because, I mean, for me, it's like, Kendall, why am I going to follow you on Snapchat? I'll just see what you're doing on Instagram or Facebook.
Right.
Now that Instagram and Facebook do the lives, I think, again, Snapchat is a little more niche, people who've been on there. But nobody knew what was going on there because Instagram stories really didn't pick up. People weren't on them. Now everybody's on them. People are a little hesitant. Now they're like, oh, like I'm doing the live thing. It's
because
just like
they
Snapchat.
get the concept, right? It's right time. There. And here's the coolest part, folks, is if you go on Facebook and you go on Instagram, and I assume you're on both because Facebook actually owns Instagram.
If you didn't know.
If you didn't know, now you know, right? And Facebook actually owns Instagram. And when you do an Insta story, you can send it to Facebook. So you can stream across both platforms.
Yeah, we'll
just shoot it right now. LawnDoctorLive. Every Friday, we got Chris Ake in the house.
Beautiful view. Look at the city. We're coming to take over.
Dude, isn't it fun? I mean,
all right. Yeah, so what we're doing is super fun. And we're talking about, like, being an entrepreneur, right? Doing what we're doing. So let me ask you this question. Would you sell your company for a little more than you think that you'd want, but you'd have to go be an employee somewhere else? Or would you rather struggle for the next, 10 years with the mindset of the opportunity? At any given time, you have more opportunity or you could blow it up. That's my question to you because I'm curious about that.
Dude, I get that all the time from my customers. They're like, dude, what are you doing in lawn care? Like, why are you doing this? Like, you should be selling on Wall Street.
Yeah.
Big frickin' products, right? I should be selling big products. Why are you in the lawn care game? And I've always wondered that, right? And I think it's because I want to do something that's never been done in the green industry.
So, but just you want to do something that's never done in an industry, though, right?
Right.
Like something, shake it up a little different.
I want to own the green industry. When you think of lawn care, in the whole United States, okay, I want you to think of me as the lawn doctor, okay? I want to own this green industry. When they think of the lawn, anything outside, I want you to think of my face in this video right now. Anybody in your network?
The sidekick.
Right? So I've always wondered that. I'm sure I could go make a ton more money than I am now. Working for Universal Forest Products or any of those big companies that have huge voluminous.
I think you get bored. I think you get bored though.
But it's not about the money, dude. It's about bringing honor, to my family business and completing what my dad started, and that was for his sons to never have to work for anybody. So if I did that, I'd be kind of dishonoring, my dad with doing that. And And you know what? I made a commitment 4 years ago, and that was I was either going to make this thing be successful or die. And I'm not dead yet, and we have 6 trucks and a bunch of machines and a lot of headaches too. But that comes with the growth. But it's all good problems, right? If you're not getting new problems, then that's a problem. If you're getting the same old problems, like there's an issue, folks. Like switch something up.
And I think if you're an employee, you get the same old problems. But I think like with us, what we're doing, you might not have made it to. I mean, like, because personally myself, I'm always going to want more. I think that's human nature. We always want more. We want excess, right? But the thing that I love about it is even if you're not making what you want to make or you're not at that level, and you'll compare yourself like, oh, I'm not that person. I think it's cool though because like you go through the learning process. For example, I have another business, right? I'm going through, like, I'm talking to attorneys, I'm doing all this. Like, I'm learning so much right from that. So now I take all that knowledge for the next thing that I do, or I apply that to the business. It's like the education that you get doing what we do, no one could even teach you that. You just have to experience it. Well, and if you're working somewhere else, you're not going to experience that. Like, you're gonna miss knowledge, and knowledge is power. Knowledge is going to set you up in the future, I think, for bigger opportunities.
Well, here's the best part, and I mean, this is something that you can't buy, and that's time. Right, time's on our side. I'm 26. You're 27.
Yeah,
I'll
take that.
I'm sure there's a lot of 40-year-olds out there that wish they would have, caught that realization maybe a little bit early in life.
You hear that a lot, though, right? I do too. A lot of times,
dude, you're 20. You're a baby.
You're doing it.
Like even when you're 40, you're still a baby. There's so much time. Like time is so weird like that. We've grown so quickly. Okay, in 4 years. We've gone from 70 accounts to 1,500. That's not because we're doing bad work. It's because we're doing good work. And we're getting lots of great accounts. And we have excellent, freaking amazing customers that we love making their lawns green, thick, and weed-free. And then we kill your mosquitoes, too. All right? That's the first drop I made there. It's green, thick, weed-free, and we kill your mosquitoes, right? But we don't get that big, and you don't get that big that quickly by doing bad work.
Right.
So, I mean, you didn't grow your business as quick as you guys did by having a bad reputation and doing bad work for people.
Yeah.
So
it's funny because some of the people that you, I would say, lose touch with or like fall out of a business relationship with.
Right.
A lot of times what I found, those same people, a lot of other people are saying the same thing about those people. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, that I heard this story. And you're like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. That was me, and I'm like, I'm doing everything in my best to help somebody else.
Right.
I just am, like I've never screwed people over.
Dude, I love seeing people do well. Like when I see a freaking Ferrari or a Lambo driving down the street, I'm like, dude, that's motivating. Yeah. Like how could you hate on somebody who's essentially, whether, I mean, who knows if it's leased or not or whatever it is, but
it doesn't matter. You have to have at least maybe good credit and you got to pay it still.
Right.
You're still being
like dude, and it's not all about the cars and it's not all about, what you have and things. But it's more about the discipline that it takes to acquire that and do that and live on your own terms that, I really find. So let's get back to Chris Ake, dude. I want to dig deep on it. Okay, we're gonna dig. We just got these microphones. We got the mixer. We got the freaking HD camera. Let's go deep with it, dude. Because I mean, I know you do a lot of content, and it's kind of the same stuff, on every.
I'm trying to get Kendall to do a show with me, like we both do a show, and then maybe bring a guest on or do like a co-show.
You know what I was thinking?
We need to be like.
We should get some mic stands for this couch right here and do like a Saturday morning cocktail show.
Yes,
kind of like
Pints and Perspectives,
dude. Like Kathy Lee and
Pints and Perspectives. Do we bring on a guest?
Like Kathy Lee and Hoda, dude.
I'm all for it.
They're sitting there drinking freaking wine.
No, it's coming soon. We're doing it.
Absolutely.
We're doing it.
I mean, we got the
soon.
microphones, we got the view, we got the couch. Like, we might get picked up by Wood TV. We'll do like the male version of 8 West.
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty amazing. But Chris Ake, so outside of social, outside of websites, outside of digital, what do you do? I know that you're big into real estate. That's one passion of yours, right? Is looking at deals.
Yeah.
Being in deals, wanting to go in deals.
Yep. So for me, getting a little deeper, I'm just like a serial entrepreneur. And I was just having this conversation with somebody earlier, and they were so I talk to a lot of different business owners, and I ask them, hey, what's your advice? What's some tips you can give me? I get a mixed response of 50-50. Some of them say, you just got to focus and be the best in your industry. Some of them say, do this. Some say, do that. For me, what I've always believed was what you're doing now is a lead into the next thing, right? Because I don't think that we're always going to be doing the same thing forever, right? It's not going to be Lawn Doctor till you're 90, right? It's not going to be Grand Apps till I'm 100.
I don't want to build freaking Lawn Doctor Grand Rapids. I want it all.
Top level, we're doing different stuff. Like, so for me, like I want to do more, right? And I'm mentally not stimulated if I'm doing the same thing. That's why I couldn't be an employee of just one thing, because I have to be juggling things. So yes, real estate, I like multifamily. I got a mixed use building. We got 5 units. I'm looking at a couple other opportunities that are mixed use up to 4 units. For me, that makes the most sense, I think. I know Grant's big into that too. And I agree with him. Like, I think that 100%. I don't want to be I don't want to be like single family homeowner, right? Like managing that. Because if you think about this, you got one building, one roof,
one door.
That's it. And then you got 4 buildings, 4 taxes, 4. It's like
one bank account.
Quadruple your expenses.
Right.
Why would you do that? So yeah, that's.
So what are your goals? I guess with that. I mean, in terms of like Grand Apps, real estate.
Here's my ultimate goal. I'll tell you.
How many doors do you want?
So for real estate, me and my partner, we have a goal within 3 years. We want to build a $5 million portfolio. So after this year, we'll be at probably about 700. And I think that if we do that, I think we can get to 5 million in 3 years. And then also, here's my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal, I think, is I want to buy a piece of property. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to either start a business or buy a business. I'm going to move that business into the property. I'm going to pay myself double rent because I control everything.
Right.
Make profit, make cash flow, pay that down, depreciate that, write your taxes off. Have that business run, find a really good operator, and then sign a 2-year contract with that operator and say, listen, I'm gonna pay you a hefty salary because I don't need the money from the business. I'm making money with everything else. I've saved my money. I'm gonna pay you $80,000 for the next 2 years to run this business, right? And make a profit, and we'll share some of the profits.
Right.
With a 2-year contract opt-in where you could be majority shareholder of that company. I will be minority partner. I'll sit on the board to advise you, and I will get paid out a dividend from you running that business, and I'll let you run that forever, and we'll make a bunch of terms.
Right.
And I want to have multiple businesses, at least 3 of them, intertwined with each other. This is very small scale, and I'm just off the top of my head. So maybe like you own a building with a salon, another building tanning, another building this, and they all cross-market and intertwine with each other. Right, that's what I want to do. You
symbiotic. Grant talks about this, dude. Symbiotic flows. Like one business feeds the other business. Like, we don't go out and start a whole new like industry and be like, why are you in lawn care? Why mosquito control? Right? Like we went and started Yard Armor mosquito control because you know what? I was getting sick of these shady pest control companies. It's just amazing. Some of these pest control companies that only do pest control. It's a little ridiculous, but. I was getting sick of these pest control companies, stealing our customers. I was like, dude, we can do that same service for you for like half the price. So if you have any of these companies, I'm not going to name them, but if you have a pest control only company doing any of your outdoor insect control, please give me a call. I can save you a tremendous amount of money, probably more than 100%.
Is that on your website?
Absolutely.
Do you guys rank for it?
Go to yardarmormosquitocontrol.com. Again, that's yardarmormosquitocontrol.com. And you can get a 60-second quote on there for your insect control.
So you made a separate website for it? Good.
And a separate Google Places listing.
Yeah, okay. Kendall's probably one of the smartest, most savvy young entrepreneurs that are out there doing it within what you're doing.
Dude, here's the best part. It's all on Google, okay?
Problem solver.
I tell this to my brothers, They're 21 years old. They have problems. I'm like, dude, freaking Google it. Please pull out your freaking smartphone that we pay money for the business and Google it. If you have a problem, Google it. Like there's too much information on this planet to be ignorant to things these days.
Yeah. That's John, my partner. Me, our biggest frustration is the same thing. It's like if you could solve a problem, solve it. Be a problem solver, right?
Right. Don't bring me problems. Freaking Google it.
Yeah, solve the problem.
Watch a YouTube tutorial. How do you think I set up this whole freaking thing? I don't know about video. I don't know about audio. I'm a freaking lawn care salesman. But I set up this studio in Venue Tower.
It's actually very nice.
Which, by the way, we shoot content here all the time for the business. for the business, shout out Joel Baker, Paget Business Services, CPA Services. We are shooting content for Lawn Doctor right now. I hope this is a write-off. I think it is. But hammering that home is because it's more important just to tell people information rather than like teaching them how to go find it themselves, because there's so much knowledge out there. And I didn't do that for like the bigger part of my beginning of my career. But when I started seeking out mentors that taught me how to sell lawn care and grow a lawn care business and how to do it quickly and how to do all this stuff, and then I was like, oh wow, I'm gonna go watch a YouTube tutorial for how to set up an XLR microphone and an HD camera and a freaking sound mixer board. Like, it's just, there's too much information out there for people to be ignorant, and I guess we're not talking to everybody. We're only talking to the people that want more, right? Yeah. We're not talking to the average or the mediocre. We're talking to people that want to be the best. I don't want to be average. If you want an average lawn care company, go sign up with True Green or Weedman or any of those other companies.
Oh, shots taken?
I mean, it's not even shots taken because, I mean, their customers know, I mean, what you get with them.
Yeah.
You get never-ending phone calls trying to upsell services that don't even necessarily benefit your lawn. People that have, maybe they're in Dallas, Texas, okay? Yeah. How can you be in Dallas, Texas, and tell me what my lawn needs in Michigan?
Right.
Have you ever seen my soil? I don't think so, sir.
Yeah.
Like, you need to check yourself, because we only recommend things for our customers that benefit their lawns, and they're not getting sold something by a Dallas, Texas call center.
You should tell your customers that switch from a company like a True Green and say, hey, if they call you to upsell, tell them this: hey, I have to talk to my husband. Here's my husband's phone number, and just have them give him your phone number. And they'll call you and be like, oh, hey, this is Kendall. What do you want to talk about?
We should record the whole thing, too, because that's actually our best referral source every year. We do the West Michigan Home and Garden Show. We do all the local community expos, too. It's lots of effort. You don't see any other lawn care companies there, but we are. And that's because we believe in community. We believe in building a strong community, a strong business community, and pouring back into Grand Rapids and building the economy here. I mean, I just left a meeting this morning with the directors of Juice Ball. It's a charity fundraiser for Chef Tommy Fitzgerald every year. Yeah. And this year it's at 20 Monroe Live. And, I wanted to help out. I got this beautiful building here, Venue Tower, downtown, 15 Ottawa Northwest, 7th floor. And we have access to a great clubhouse level. And I wanted to, hey, how can we use that? How can we raise awareness? How can we raise some money, too? And I have some big information coming out soon. I can't get into it much, but we talked and we set up something, a kind of, happy hour event, and more information will be coming out about that. But, you don't get that with the big companies, and we were talking about this morning too with, in terms of the grand apps, is I get all these calls from, marketing companies trying to sell me, Google Places listings. And I'm like, where are you located? How'd you get my number? Where'd you even come from? And basically they're sitting on a computer just making computer automated phone calls into you. Yep. So, I mean, how do you differentiate your service from something like that? I mean, how are my dollars spent with you? Where do those dollars go? And how does all that work together? I
mean, for us, so my ideal client is going to be a client where we kind of handle all their marketing. So essentially, let's say we get to a point where you grow the business, you get a little too big, and you have to make a decision, right, in your business that, I mean, this is where we're at right now, right? We're going to keep scaling up and get Fortune 500s, Fortune 5000s, but where we're at right now is, okay, you've grown your business so big, you have to make a decision. Are you going to be the CMO, the CEO, the COO? Where do you go and how do you scale that? Now, you might not have enough money to hire down an entire marketing team. Right. You might not be able to hire a CMO. That's where we can come in, and you could hire us, and we could allocate a budget, tell you exactly what to do with your budget. Hey, we should put $5,000 a year in Facebook ads. We should build this website with this. We should do this, and make it make sense and solve that problem and use those dollars right, because there's a lot of marketing companies out there who are doing the same thing, right? And they know it's not as effective with a limited budget of what they could do. They're like, oh, let's go put up 10 billboards, right? And it's like, yeah, but you're spending all their entire budget on just billboards. Is that the biggest ROI they can get? Probably not.
Probably not.
I'm not an advocate of just social. I'm just an advocate of using your money wisely, because we bootstrapped our company. We had to use your money wisely.
Dude, you got to make every penny work in the beginning. You can't just be spending money on billboards and this and that. Like when we did that 8 West episode, I mean, that was a lot of money for us. That was a big investment. We had never done any TV or radio. We got to make every penny count.
Yep.
So I totally I'm a business owner just like your clients.
I mean, 8 West is like part traditional, part digital. It's like in that what they're doing with it, and like that's a big risk take.
Right. For the wrong product. I mean, our sales cycles are real tight. You know, people can call our office, and we actually measure their lawn with them on the phone. And you know, it's not like we have a drone or anything out there and we're waving at you through the window. But we are measuring your lawn live in real time and getting you an instant quote on your lawn and simply saying, you know what, we're going to be in the neighborhood next week, and I'd love to add you to the route. You know, and eventually I want to get – I have this little goal and target of mine, and that's it's called same-day service. I mean, you call our office. We have live video boards of all the truck tracking and stuff where the trucks are.
We're going to make you an app so people just download the app and they'll track the truck.
Dude, we got to talk after this episode. We'll talk because I'm very serious. I want to innovate, dude. I want to constantly be thinking about like how can we deliver more value for our customers, whether that's going online and managing your account online. You know, if you want to add services for your lawn, you shouldn't have to call our office. You should be able to go on our website, which you can. Yeah. LawnDoctorCustomer.com. And add on services. I mean, that should be normal, and people are expecting that these days, especially with companies like Uber and Lyft and all these instant companies. Now we have Shipt.
Amazon.
I shipped all my groceries here. I don't go to the store. Well, Masha went to the store, but you know, if she isn't, then Shipt is delivering.
So either way, you got it automated.
Yeah, it's automated. Shout out at Masha Christine. She can. Not deliver your groceries, but
she'll deliver your groceries, and when she comes, she'll do your lashes.
Dude,
win-win.
We've heavily been talking about that
service-based
model,
industry,
in-home lash service. Drop in the comments if you're a woman out there and you would pay to have your lashes done in your house and not have to go to the studio. Would that be of value to you? Would you like that? Drop that in the comments for me, and we'll see if we can start up like the Uber of lashes. Wouldn't that be sick, dude?
Quick lash.
There's so much
whiplash,
dude. There's so much margin in that business. It's sick. It's like
it's time.
It's time. You're selling people's time back to them. Why should we have to come downtown and deal with 131 traffic? Maybe it's 5 o'clock, dude. It's hard for me to get back home after coming from 44th Street.
It's super difficult for me too, man.
At 5 o'clock,
I gotta walk through people and
because you're like a stone's throw away.
I live and work downtown. Yeah,
man. I mean, I just love it. So, do you have any closing, things you want to get out to the Lawn Doctor Live Nation? I mean, what message do you want, sent out to our viewers, and followers, people that follow us, in terms of, digital websites, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so one thing that I would say is do it now, right? There's like a Chinese proverb. It said the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago.
Right.
The next best time is today. So one big regret that I have within Grand Apps is, we've been doing websites for probably about 4 years now. I always wanted to build up content, meaning websites and web pages for web design and rank high in Grand Rapids, right, locally. The problem was I didn't do that because I was like, you know what, these other guys, like, they already have content built. We're never going to beat them, blah, blah, blah. And I just didn't do that. I missed 3 or 4 years of building up content to rank high, and we would have been getting leads on leads on leads, just inbound leads for websites. Now we put that on our website. As soon as we put it on our website, within 1 week, I got like 30 organic search traffics, and I don't know if it indexed yet. I'm like, where'd this come from? This is kind of cool. Like, imagine once it starts indexing and we build more content. So what I'm saying is, with your business, with marketing, with digital content like we're doing, just start now. Just start now. Just start doing it. Don't wait.
It's frequency, right?
It's your time. Don't waste time.
You don't have to be perfect. We didn't. The first content we put out, you can go back and look at the page too on the Lawn Doctor Facebook page at Lawn Doctor GR. It's at Lawn Doctor GR on Facebook. But if you go back and look at that page, they were some pretty rough videos, dude. And I caught.
You gotta get used to it.
Right? It's kind of obscure. You're talking to a phone and that kind of thing. But I caught some heat, for my initial videos, and I also caught some sales too. So, and attention, which is always good. But you just got to do it. You got to start now, right? The seeds you plant today will come into fruition tomorrow.
Yes.
Right. We talked about pipeline today.
Yep.
You got to start early, start often, and don't be afraid of it. I love seeing people get out of their comfort zone, and like I saw.
That's a good tip. Just get out of your comfort zone.
Right. I mean, it's not normal for any of us to be. We're sitting in an apartment right now filming this live stream and podcast. It's kind of obscure to think about. Like, there's nobody else here, but we're just sitting here having this conversation, recording. Right. It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
And but this is the way it's going, folks. And if you don't hop on the train now, you're gonna miss the bus, because what's coming next is stuff you don't even freaking can't fathom.
Yep.
If you don't follow what's going on with the Amazon Alexa, the Amazon Lock, like, there's going to be massive disruption coming to most businesses and service-based businesses here coming up. So
yep.
I really appreciate you, dude, being on the show today, coming in.
Watch out for the new segment.
The new segment coming to you. And I really appreciate you coming in. I mean, it's an episode that I've been wanting to have for a while, get you on the show. I'm surprised we haven't had you on yet, but I'm glad we waited until we had our production quality up a little bit.
It's like the comeback, too, because I was doing a lot of content. I had you on my show, and we kind of stopped. Summer happened, different things happened. So now it's like the comeback.
Right.
So I think it's like the stars kind of aligned.
Yeah.
Right?
And I'm really serious about that Saturday show. Like, that is definitely happening for anybody watching or listening.
Yep.
We're going to start that Saturday morning, like, desk talk show, right?
Yep.
Where maybe, I don't know.
Maybe afternoon.
Maybe champagne, like mimosas on the couch. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool, right, for dudes.
How about this? If you're still watching, or if you watch all the way, write in the comments below what beverage we should have for that show.
Oh, yeah. Drop that in the comments below. What beverage should we have on the Saturday morning talk show?
I was thinking pints and perspectives, and then eventually if we blow it up big enough, hey, Bell's and New Holland and Founders, why don't you sponsor this?
Oh, totally.
And then
I think
give us the beer and the...
I think we can get that sponsor now. Actually, Jim Lee with Railtown Brewing.
Well, shout out to New Holland. It's one of our clients.
Oh, shout out to New Holland. Shout out to Rail. You can't even... Listen, we live in Grand Rapids. This is Beer City, USA. I mean, you can't walk in this street without drinking beer. When the kids come out of the womb in Mercy Health, they are drinking beer. They have pint glasses in their hands. That's how much Beer City we are.
Oh, it's a new little baby.
Dude,
give them a Founders blanket.
If they
we got them hooked, like the terrible towel when they do it in Pittsburgh.
Oh, man, I love that.
We should pitch that marketing idea to them.
We got to get in on that. I mean, I can't believe they aren't doing that yet. I mean, they come in, to this world screaming and crying and drinking a pint of
a little milk bottle,
some craft beer.
Yeah, no, but it looks like it though. It's like a craft milk, but it looks like a little beer bottle, and they give it. I mean, that might be some legal issues, but I mean, you could try it, right?
Yeah, there might be some red tape around that. Maybe we can work that out with the good old government here. So, but dude, I really appreciate you being on the show today. I mean, it's been a long time coming, like I said. If you want to learn more about Chris, where can everybody follow you at?
Yeah, you just Chris_Ake across platforms. Luckily, my name is unique enough where I kind of held that spot down. I jumped on a lot of social platforms first. And then just grandapps.com. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Yeah, no real push, no real promotion.
Awesome. So go follow him. Go follow my friend Chris at Chris_Ake. Follow me at Kendall Hines. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you can get notifications when we go live. We're going to be doing some more cool profiles of different, people in town, people doing cool things. If you want to be on the show, shoot me a message, and we'll talk and get linked up. But I really appreciate you. We got the Grand Rapids Drive basketball game. You going to that tonight? It's the home opener down at Deltaplex.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, so we're gonna be sitting courtside, hopefully shooting threes in the pregame warm-ups. Okay, for the Grand Rapids Drive game tonight. So we're looking forward to that.
I have a pretty good jumper, so if I do come,
we got to do a basketball game. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
like a Grand Apps event. Yeah, Grand Apps Lawn Doctor basketball game. We'll live stream the whole thing.
Who are the coaches?
Well, yeah, you don't want to see my shot. It's nasty. It's ugly. But yeah, we got the Grand Rapids Drive home opener tonight. That's going to be a great time. And then let's see, what else do we got going? Oh yeah, the Lawn Doctor happy hour party for Juice Ball. We're going to get out details on that shortly. More information on that coming.
Is it public invite or just like invite only?
Well, it's a happy hour before their they have a dinner. They have a VIP dinner. for the event every year. We're going to do a little VIP happy hour sponsored by Lawn Doctor down at our clubhouse level here at Venue Tower. And it's going to be a great time, great networking, going to be a lot of people there.
I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we're still getting details ironed out with that, so I don't want to say too much on that yet, but look for that invite coming to you shortly here on Facebook. So really appreciate everybody that's tuning in today on the Facebook. Like I said, if you could please like and share the stream, I'd appreciate it. If you'd like to be on the show, message me. We're looking for small business owners, influencers, people doing things, people doing activity, trying to get to the next level to come on the show. And I want to learn about more interesting people here on Lawn Doctor Live. So I really appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you. We'll see you next Friday. Thanks for tuning in. That was a good show, man.
Wait, ended it? I gotta use your restroom.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We're still live on Facebook though, so we gotta end that stream.
I thought you ended it like that. I was like, it's pretty sick.
Well, I'm working on it. I got to get somebody to work the control room.
Oh, I thought you did with an app. I was like,
I need that.
See the girl standing right there. She loves a small